Where are we going? Machu Picchu. We somehow made it to the train. We got about a few hour train ride to Machu Picchu. Well, they give you about an hour inside Machu Picchu, and then we'll come back.
Oh my, what you do to me, like lightning when I'm swimming in the sea.
To make the ride even better, it was around 11 a.m. when we had a scheduled stop. There was a gentleman watching from outside that provided some entertainment for many of the passengers on board.
We went through Peru Rail, which there's a few different companies you can go through, but the earlier you get on that, the better and the cheaper, more availability.
Mercy, I'm begging you, please.
Another ticket, which we had no idea about. Oh, so I was just looking for an ATM. We're also in Cusco, just walking the little town for right now. The flight's pretty soon. But anyways, the ticket that we didn't know about is when you get off your train, you need to get tickets for a bus to go up. If you do have time, it's a lot cheaper. It's like a 20-minute bus ride, so if you're willing to, climb and trek up that, great. We were about to sit down for a meal, realized we literally had about 20 minutes. This is crazy.
So what happened? We didn't pay?
There's so much. You have to buy a train ticket to get here. You have to buy a bus ticket to get up to Machu Picchu. You have to reserve your Machu Picchu ticket, but then you have to pay after. And then you have to buy another bus ticket down, and then another train ticket and bus back home.
Loco, güey.
Like electricity, so stop my heart with your love. There's an energy.
Machu Picchu looks a little more modern than I thought. They got windows now.
You can go online, basically reserve your spot, and make sure to do that probably a month out because they fill up super fast. A month or two out if you know when you're going.
When you touch me, it's so powerful. I can feel it when you hold me. When you touch me, it's so powerful. There's an energy when you hold me. When you touch me, it's so powerful. I can feel it when you hold me. When you touch me, it's so powerful. Mercy, I'm begging you, please. I'm feeling drained, I need love.
It didn't focus.
Like electricity, so stop my heart with your love. There's an energy when you hold me, when you touch me, it's so powerful. I can feel it when you hold me, when you touch me, it's so powerful. There's an energy when you hold me, when you touch me, it's so powerful. I can feel it when you hold me, when you touch me, it's so powerful.
I couldn't leave if I wanted to, 'cause something keeps pulling me back to you. From the very first time we loved, from the very first time we touched, the stroke of your fingers.
Nothing like a little adventure without some rain. Machu Picchu in its entirety is pretty incredible with lots of history, and we actually were fortunate we got a guide for ours. After talking to a lot of people, they recommended it if you wanted to just kind of understand what each place was and what you were looking at. And also it is cheaper. We did it in a group with some other people, so it was a lot cheaper for us than what it usually is. And so we actually did that, and it was helpful to gain some context on it. By all means, you don't have to. I mean, it's still going to be an incredible experience, and you can also do your own research on it. Usually they're running at like 70 to 100 USD. We were getting it for probably, in the group we got it for like $10. I also recommend, if you have time, take like a day or two to explore Cusco. Where's we? There's us, there's we. We kind of just did a one day and one day out. But I do recommend, it's a beautiful place, all of Cusco. The whole trip is not for the faint of heart. If you're just looking for an adventure and just looking for the good parts, while Machu Picchu is incredible, you also have to account for, you probably had 8 to 10 hours of travel within that. Lots of trains, lots of buses. But that's part of the experience, that's part of the adventure, and a lot of the best parts actually came from those as well. But it's not something that you just are like, oh, I'm there, and you don't have to worry about the other things that come from it. But I think that's all part of travel, and Savas was learning that a lot yesterday. No regrets whatsoever. It was incredible, beautiful. Like, there was something very special about it when you were there, and pictures that obviously are incredible, but I don't think it does it much justice, right? And you see the little town, but we were even talking this morning, right? Some of the best parts was actually the surrounding area and these like mystical forests and jungles that surrounded it, and that to us is a full, like, all-encompassing experience that I would do it a million times over. But highly recommend to anyone who has a desire, who has always wanted to go.
Until next time, peace and love to you all. Ciao.